Yeah, it seems that some of us are able to get in, some are not able to get in yet. So be patient. If you did pre-order and you've downloaded it, I'm with the group that cannot get in yet. So maybe it takes a while to get to Western Canada. I'm getting the same thing, login disabled. If I remember from previous years, that happened as well, is it seemed to be a rollout, just a rollout. And it took a while before everyone could log in. Well, there we go. It works. We are in. Okay, if you're watching on YouTube or on Twitch, we finally have made it to the beta version of the game. If you want to play the beta version, go over to the OOTP website, check it out. Brown Bag is in Western Canada as well. Well, Brown Bag, you should get in. Cub fan Steve, did you get in? So for you new players out there, when you do log into the game, when it comes out on Friday, you're going to find that you get some starter packs. You'll probably have 6 of them. Now, because we're playing the beta, we do have some extra packs as well. What you want to do is, if you're ready to play right on Friday, create your team. I always go with the Rocky Mountain, if I can spell it right, and the Gladiators. So yeah, those of you that have not pre-ordered, do not have the game, you're seeing it for the very first time. I, again, always like to kind of give a view for the new player, how they get started, because sometimes they buy a game and they have no clue what they should be doing. So this is kind of like a tutorial during the beta here that I'll keep up on my YouTube channel for new people that might come across it. I can cut off the first hour and a half where we're waiting for the game and just leave this as a tutorial. So welcome in. If you're watching this after the fact, this is setting up a new team for Perfect Team OOTP 27. So we create our team, submit. Now it's not going to let you do anything until you open some packs. You can go to your profile and settings. In the profile and settings, you can pick your different time zone. I'm in the Mountain Time Zone. You can set how you want your packs to open. I like to keep hidden any cards that are gold and higher. So if you want to be surprised a little bit and kind of slow roll it, you can have your packs open that it'll hide certain cards at certain levels. And you do that here. You can set your pack animation speed. You can skip things. I skip the pack explosion. You see it so many times. I don't like to see the packs going off every single time. And I also turn off the confetti. I find it slows my computer down a little bit. If you want to keep it on for the first little bit to see what it looks like, that's fine. I like to turn it off. And you can also set some things on the right-hand side. I keep everything on Laptop Hound except for my reserve roster. I just let the AI manage that. It keeps new cards I open in packs on the reserve roster. What it will usually do is it'll put your newer cards, your higher level cards on the reserve roster, at least until the next sim comes in. And then it may put your original reserve roster. So that's all I do. I click play notification sound when a new file becomes available. So when a new league download or tournament download comes in, it gives you a little ding, it gives you a little notice. I like to see that. And I like to automatically submit team. So if I'm working on my roster and a sim's going to come in within 2 minutes and I forget to do it, it automatically will submit your team with 1 minute to go in before the simulation. Team servers, 1 minute before a new simulation starts, will automatically submit your team. So I like to keep that on as well. If you have a Discord profile or an OOTP profile name, you can put that in as well. I'm Laptop Hound on the main link and Laptop Hound on Discord. Also, in terms of league placement, as A-Dub mentioned, when you're in league play, there's 3 different settings. We don't really use a friend list, but you can. If you have 2 or 3 buddies and you are at the same level, you're all in high bronze, you're all in low iron, and you want to try and get in the same league on a Monday, you can all friend yourself. So you go to their team, you add a little check mark by friend. I don't know if you can do that yet. No, it's not showing me. But yeah, you can friend certain people. And if they've all done it and you're all at the same level, then you'll be put in the same league for that week. It only works if everyone friends each other and you're at the same level in Perfect League. You can also be random, or if you're in like low bronze 203 and you like 203 and you want to stay put, you can go stay put and you may get to stay in 203. Not guaranteed, but it tends to work more often than it doesn't. And random is just like, whatever. Put me in whichever league at that level you want to put me in. FaceGen, yeah, I usually use FaceGen. I have a fast enough computer that I use FaceGen. So I like to have players' faces generated, especially for historical players in the game. So if you want a Ken Griffey Jr. FaceGen, it does a pretty good job of that. So I like to turn that on. If you're running a slower computer, you don't want it to chug up too much, you can turn that off. But it does have a little impact on your computer speed. Other than that, at the bottom, I don't touch these at the bottom. I just leave them at default. But you can set it to, if you open up packs and you get duplicates, and you get any duplicate at a certain level, it will automatically sell your duplicates. I don't like to do that. I like to set the prices for my duplicates. You can also set up your locking in terms of your missions. Which cards do you want to lock in first before you hit submit? You can manually lock in cards, or you can have the game automatically lock in cards that are part of that mission. So again, I just leave those ones at the bottom on default. Okay, we are ready to go. That is your settings profile. Again, community, if you click community, you can join the OOTP official Discord. You could send in some bugs. Please do that. If you find something glitchy, go over here and click the bug report form and a few other links as well to the forum. Perfect Team News. Again, just some of the recent videos that have come out for the road to release. And yeah, you're ready to go. So before you're put in any kind of pool, you open up your starter packs. Everyone got 25 packs today. And look at that. Look at that. Mario starting off with a very... Oh, Castanar, music to my ears. Where was that? Right, third pack in, a bronze Dave Steeb. Oh, are we going to get bronze Dave Steeb right off the bat? Remember, the cards and the players that you see today might not necessarily be the launch deck set. There may be some of them that stay in, but a lot of these cards you're seeing in the beta will not be the same ones. The live cards, once the once OOTP gets the photo pack from Major League Baseball, they'll probably update those. You might see a lot of photos from last year. And the card art will be the same, but it might not be the same players. Who'd I get? Everyone gets a variant probably in their starters. I didn't know it was going to be the first pack, but I got a good cap card, folks. So in terms of new things, I think the background's a little new for OOTP 27. Of course, the card art is new this year. When you hover over a card, it gives you a different look. Now, I'm not a big fan of the thinner bars, but if you're okay with that, great. So you do see when you hover over the card, you get a look at all the different profiles. And notice that if I go to a hitter here, notice they do not show you contact for hitters this year. And for a pitcher, they do not show you movement, which is amazing. I love it. Remember how we're doing bounty drafts and I would say you can only draft pitchers with home run suppression under 60, but you couldn't see that. You could only see movement. Now, when you hover over a card, you get to see home run suppression, pitcher BABIP, and for hitters, you don't have to look at the contact, because contact is a combination of avoid K, or contact's a combination of BABIP and avoid K, right? Yeah, I think so. Loving, yeah, every year, one of the most enjoyable things is looking at the card art. If I see a certain card, I love the NEL Perfect card art. If you happen to see one of those, next pack. I love the one with the catcher. Yeah, the catcher, old school. Now, again, when you start on Friday, what I'm going to do, I'm going to slow roll my Rocky Mountain Gladiators. And anytime I get a live card that is either a duplicate, a perfect, or a diamond, I'm going to sell it right away. So I might go to this Alex Wood and I might, I don't want this card. I want 2,000 perfect points because someone's going to pay it, because there'll be a demand. The demand tends to be higher for live cards than historical cards at the beginning of the game. That's because people want to finish the live missions and people want to get their perfect live team ready to go. So live cards are extremely valuable at the beginning of a game. The first 24 hours especially, you can capitalize and make a lot of perfect points. Historicals don't tend to be as popular because they don't tend to be in missions, at least not many of them, the last couple of years. And the only ones that might be worth a lot are the meta, the cards people are looking at for different tournaments. So you will get some iron, some bronze, some silver, diamonds, golds that will go for a lot of perfect points because they're good tournament cards. But live cards, yeah, I'm going to get rid of most of them. Now, I noticed too, and I don't know, chat, you can help me out in this little tutorial. Why is it keeping one of my players' ratings up? Is that because I looked at it? Now it disappears. So I don't know if that's a bug or not. Maybe because I created a sell order. Yeah, so when I create a sell order, will it do it if I create two? No, so that seems to be a bug. It seems to just be randomly picking one profile to show at the bottom. Now you can turn this on and off in the settings as well. You can, if you want to see all of these little boxes underneath the card, there's a little click box that you can check. I turned mine off, but there seems to be a bug and it seems to be showing it already. All right, keep on going. Once you open up all your starter packs, the 6 starter packs, then you'll be able to set your team up. Starter packs, you tend to get 1 gold card and 1 variant card. So this is my gold. Make it a good one. Bob Elliott. All right. Button at the bottom this year. So that's a difference as well. It used to be at the top. After you open your 6 starter packs, you're going to get a message that says, hey, your last starter pack has been opened. Your team and roster is ready to go. Now, the AI will set one up for you automatically. The game is awesome at giving you the right amount of players. It'll give you 2 catchers. It'll give you the right amount of pitchers. You'll have enough of the positional players to field a roster, including at least 1 gold card and 1 variant. So now I can hit the return button at the top. I can select the ballpark. There's only one right now. That's the neutral park. It doesn't favor the pitcher or hitters. As the game goes on, they will add new ballparks. And as I always say, if you want to improve your team, pick a ballpark that fits your team. You go to the ballpark section, you click on modifiers, and you'll see average versus lefties, average versus righties, home runs versus lefties, home runs versus righties, doubles and triples. If you have a lot of home run hitters that are right-handed batters, you would pick a ballpark that's above 1. If you have a lot of good contact hitters that are lefties, you'd pick a ballpark that has a high average versus for left-hand batters. So find a ballpark that fits your cards. You can also narrow it down a little bit. If you want an extreme right-handed ballpark, or maybe you want a pitcher's park, moderate pitcher park. So you can refine it down to different categories here as well. But strongly recommend, once you have your team set up, take a look if you have some strengths for your hitters, some strengths for your pitchers, and then choose a ballpark that will meet those needs. Typically, you'll start with just a few, though. So the only reason you saw all of mine was because I unchecked this button here. So that's the ballparks. You go to your pitching rotation. Looks pretty much identical to last year. Now it's got 5, 7, 9, 11. It's got 13 pitchers for me. We haven't tested the game out yet. We don't know what you're going to require for the number of pitchers. I think 12 is probably okay. So I'm just going to take on one of my weakest take out one. We'll take out Jackson. The game does a pretty good job when you auto it. Ask bench coach for staff. It does a pretty good job of putting them in their order of strength. So for me, my worst pitchers will probably be Ryan and Jackson. So if I need to remove some from the roster, I kind of just go with that. Jackson comes out, and let me throw in my shortstop for now. Give me an extra hitter. I like to go with 12. Sorry, kind of ignoring your chat right now. Kind of want this kind of more of a tutorial video, so don't want to get too distracted with the chat, but thank you for leaving your messages. If it is important, you really want me to answer, just highlight it, use the highlight feature on Twitch there. And if you're on YouTube, just put it in all caps and I'll be able to notice it. Same with your hitters. You can go and you can set up, ask the computer to set it up, or you can input your own hitters there. I want to submit my team so it gets into the entry pool as soon as possible. So I'm not going to open up all my packs right away. I'll set my team up, get it into the entry pool, and then I can add more players later. Also, I highly recommend that you go into the view menu. I don't need to see all this. Like, I don't care what kind of card title it has. I don't care about the card type. It's a lot of things that are here I don't really want to see. So what I'll do is I'll go into customize, and I will go into pitcher ratings, and I will pick the ratings that are most important to me. I like the platoon, so I like stuff, control, pitcher BABIP, home run suppression, stuff, control, pitcher BABIP, home run suppression. I don't care about the type of pitch they throw. Doesn't matter. I do want to see how much stamina they have. And I think that's all I like here. Then I like to go to the pitcher stats. You'll notice there's a little bit of change here from last year. A little bit of different look, including, I don't know if there's any new categories. I know there are in the base game, but they actually give you what the initials, what the acronym stands for, which is kind of cool. So I do like to show a few stats as I play my games out. I like to look at saves. I'm going to add holds. I'm going to add wins, losses, ERA, And I usually like to just kind of show whip. I can find it. There it is. But yeah, I mean, the more you have, the more scrunched up your screen's going to be. But I like to see those. Click OK. Now you'll notice that it still has the original ones on there. So I'm going to go back up into my customize. And to take those off, you go to miscellaneous info. And then I don't need to see the card type or the card title. Anything else I want to see here? And again, you can customize this however you want. I don't even need to see the team they're on. So, okay. Now it gives me a little bit more room. It's not as crunched up together. And even these other things, I really don't care about the height, the nationality, or the weight. So I'm going to go take those off. I do care about their which direction they bat, so I don't need throwing. Click OK. And now it's looking a little bit better. Just make sure if you do alter your settings, go to the save, click save, give it a name. I'm going to give it new pictures. Save globally so it applies to all your teams and setups. And now every time I come to my pictures, I can go and select new pictures and it gives me that information. Yeah, it does want some pictures to hit, does it? So again, fill in your bug report, things that shouldn't be in, the default part of the game. Fill that information in. I like to do the same for the hitters. I like to go into the customize, go to batting ratings, and I like the platoon information. So BABIP, contact, gap, power, I, and Ks. And then for the righties, not contact, BABIP, gap, power, I, Ks. I like to see the speed and ability because ability is really important for setting your base stealers for the people that you want to steal more bases or attempt to steal more bases. And I think that's there for the stats. I like to see a few stats. How often are they striking out or strikeouts, stolen bases, and caught stealing bases? That way I know if I need to adjust sliders. What are their walks, home runs, hits, and maybe average and OBP. Again, a lot of things you can choose here. These are kind of some of the basics. Then again, I want to go and uncheck some of these things that are still unchecked. I don't care about the age. Don't care about the uniform number. I think that's all I need to know. So this is, again, a more personalized view. Unfortunately, you can't widen the columns. If you widen your game a little bit, if you widen your actual OOTP game, it might help a little bit. But what you can do is you can move your columns around. So if you want one to go a little further to the left or further to the right, just click and drag it. So there you go. Submit. Another bronze Dave Steeb. Let us know if you get a bronze Dave Steeb. Card shop. Steeb. No one's selling one. Jeez, quit hoarding the Daves. Oh, but there's a Nick. 55,000 points. Let's test out the buy orders. I will pay you 1,000. Oops, I meant to sell it, not buy it. Anyway, make sure when you set these settings, you go to the save view. I forgot to do that for the batters. We'll go new batter. If you don't save it, it's going to mess you up. You're going to have to redo it. And then it should be towards the bottom of your list there. All right, let's go crack a few more packs. Looks like I got a diamond pack. That's nice. And I think that's a little bit of a bug where it shows one. I guess I should show you where you could turn that on or off. If you go to adjust settings, where is that now? Info box display. So if I want to keep it always on, now when I go open up a pack, I should see all those boxes underneath the card. There they are. So if you prefer that look, go ahead. I don't mind it. I guess that's better than hovering. Still shows it when you hover over. Oh, we got a perfect Cub fan, Steve. All right, let's keep opening these packs. Let's run through it and continue on with the tutorial. Yeah, this one here, I think A-Dub was mentioning. I love that card art. Benny. So 1929 from the 1920s. I also like the cards that show a little bit of wear and tear. You know, they're rubbed off a little bit or they got creases in them. And if you're new and you're just playing this for the very first time and you have any questions, let us know. The community will answer them very quickly. Remember, I set it so that any card that is gold or higher, I have to mouse click for it to turn. I just like a little bit of suspense. You can also go back and select different packs. Otherwise, it will continue opening. Double gold. Way to go. Let's give us our first cheer for double gold. One cool thing the game does too is it shows you when you have duplicate of a card. So ND here I already own. And typically, especially when a new game comes out, if I get duplicates, I don't want to keep them. I want to sell them. So I'm going to sell him for just 200. Remember, you do not get to keep these cards as of Friday. Friday, they will all disappear and you start over again. However, you only start with 1,000 perfect points, probably no Clubhouse Shop card pack points, and probably 6 starter packs, plus any loyalty and pre-order packs. Are we, A-Dub? Cool. Bring it, bees, if that's the name of your team. Remember on Friday as well, Friday, March the 13th, or soon after, you'll be able to set up your Twitch account with your Perfect Team account, and you will get packs as you watch different affiliates and the main channel. Okay, Bronze Dave Steeb. Everyone in the chat, put your energy to a Bronze Dave Steeb. It is a silver. Looks like they gave us 3 diamond packs. Did everyone else get 3 diamond packs today? Or is that part of my loyalty? Because you will get 3 diamond packs if you've played since early Perfect Team. Okay, so substituted, you probably created a Perfect Team account in 2024 or 2025. You have not been as loyal. Shame on you. You have to wait for that promotion. Anyone else get a perfect before besides Cub fan Steve? Remember, you may not see these exact same cards on Friday, as they will wipe everything and they will use the official launch deck set. That Spore is probably hard working on right now, making some final touches. Yeah, I love the catcher card art. That's one of my favorites so far. the dead ball catchers and the 1920 catchers. Variant Diamond. Was that in one of your loyalty packs? So again, I got 3 duplicates. I don't know how many people are going to be desperate to buy cards on a beta version since they don't get to keep them. But you never know. People may have certain favorite players. Now, this Iron card on Friday, if they do have the complete live mission sets, this Iron card early on, this Iron card will probably go for 1,000 perfect points. Yeah. 1,000 perfect points for a live Iron. That's why you got to decide which road you want to venture down when you start this game. It's very important at the very beginning of a new game in OOTP. You've got to have a clear outline of how you want to play, because you can earn a lot of perfect points, or conversely, you can do really well in Perfect League to start. Juan Soto, perfect, Ryan Antoine. Way to go. Hey, A-Dub beat me to the Dave, Steve. You blah, blah, blah. Sorry for those that are watching the tutorial. Sorry for my blah, blah, blah. I will try and be more professional. Come over to my Twitch channel and watch live if you want to see less professional. There's another cool Dodger card, or another cool catcher card. Looks like every era so far has had a nice picture of the catchers in their gear. Ray Fisher, I know A-Dub wants this bronze card. There you go, 67 points. I'm really generous. I will not be this generous on Friday for my listings. Chat, how you doing on your packs? Anyone get a perfect variant? So I just get in the habit when I open packs early in the game, I go and sell my duplicates right off the bat, or any diamond or perfect live card, because I don't care about PT live early on. I'll get another one eventually. I'd rather make double the perfect points by selling it, especially if the major league season doesn't start for another week. Can someone in chat let me know, when does a Major League Baseball season play its first game? Because this game comes out on Friday, the 13th. How much time do we have between the game release and the first game? 12 days. So again, that just confirms for me, I want to sell all my perfects, diamonds, golds, silver live cards. I don't need them on March 13th. Because I don't plan on finishing missions. If you want to finish your missions early, yeah, then keep them. Only sell your duplicates. Which path will you choose? All right, then the game will take you, once you open up one group of packs, it'll take you to the next group. So I've got my diamond packs now. See if we can get a variant. Got a bonus gold. Nice Montreal Expo. And Nelly Fox. Well, he's going to make my starting lineup. Watch out, entry pool. And again, I just get in the habit of listing my duplicates, just like I get in the habit of setting an opener roster. Another diamond. Ellie De La Cruz. Now, again, on Friday, I'm selling Ellie because I could probably make, I'm guessing, 30,000 perfect points, 40,000 perfect points. Because people that want to finish their live missions will pay up for it. There'll be people that put in $500 on Friday and buy perfect points with it. This one, though, we're not going to sell for too much. Actually, we'll keep this one. Not a duplicate. We'll sell this duplicate Oops, I quick sold it. You can quick sell it if you don't want to wait. Just quick sell it for minimum. And this guy's part of a mission. Ooh, I'm going to sell him. You want this guy? 555. Yeah, it's a mission card. Mission cards sell for a lot more. One more diamond. Variant. No. All right. Any missions? Pittsburgh. Looks like we might have all of the live cards as part. Yeah, level 1 missions. Yeah. I don't think they did that last year. I think they only had a few missions. So return, it says a sim has been completed. Click OK. I sold a couple cards. And now you go to download new league file. If you're not opening packs, a pop-up will come up on your screen like this saying download is in, and you click download. But if you're opening packs, it won't give you that notification. So you have to go into the menus and download the latest file. Always select use current. AW, thank you for your purchase. Now remember, once you open all your packs, you've got a lot more cards to use for your team. It takes a little bit initially once you're in the entry pool, but you can see how many of you are in chat here. Springfield Isotopes, Cub fan Steve, Castanar. Oh, this is going to be fun the next 3 days. A-Dub, Santa Clarita, but I don't think this is Michael. Got another Santa Clarita. Michael, you got a friend. Who is the Chicago Gamblers? That's substituted. Chicago Gamblers. Got a HODL team. Blue Samurai. And we'll have more. This entry pool is not close to being full yet. Again, once you open all your packs, you might want to go and reevaluate. I'm just going to go to actions and let the computer pick the best cards that they think. On the tutorial, I don't want to go through and take time to look at every card. So I'm going to say, yep, set up the whole organization. Hit submit. Looks like they've added all my diamonds, gold. So they do a pretty decent job of giving you the best cards. And for beta, do we really care? If this was the regular Friday version, we would take a little bit more care in setting our team up. Again, they've given me 13 pictures. I'm going to take one off. I like to have 12. So I'm going to take off Jake Woodford. And go to my hitters. Take a look at the depth charts. See, they didn't give me an extra shortstop. Well, that's not right. Yeah, AW will do that. I'm going to, because I want this as a tutorial video, I kind of want to go through step by step as if a new player was playing for the first time. So someone that's new is probably not going to go right into the challenge tournaments right away. So again, check your team. You want to make sure you have at least 2 players for every position. So I want to add another shortstop, Craig Reynolds. But yeah, hang on to that slot there, A-Dub. Go back. Have the computer pick my team. And I always like to just put everyone at if starter tired. I was hoping they'd have a button here, which would automatically do it, but they don't. So I got to manually go in. Because why am I doing that lap? Well, because it really won't matter if you go into your strategies. You can do that either under pitchers or under hitters. You go to the strategy tab, and here you can set your fatigue factors. Now, this year might be different. I don't know. but because it's kind of 2010 settings, you really don't want to maximize your pitchers too much. So I like to go 119. And for my relievers, I like to set it to 24. Yes, use my opener lineups. I always put that on. And then for bench fatigue for my hitters, I like 97 or 98. And I like 80 or 81. Could be different this year. Default allow as pinch hitter when tired setting. I want to go double check that. What's it currently looking like now? Available as pinch hitter if tired. I don't like that on because if I'm resting a player, I don't want him still to be tired the next game. So if you're tired, you sit. So it defaults to putting it on. You want to make sure you uncheck that. Unless you're okay with tired players pinch hitting. Submit. Now, as a new player, there's a lot of things you can do here with your settings. You can also use a custom pre-built setting. So you can use a sabermetric, tactician, small ball, balanced. Just going to put it on sabermetric. And then you can go and you can adjust any of these if you want, put them higher or lower. When a new game comes out, we're always unsure how the coding has worked. What is going to be the next big meta part of your settings? Look at all these sales come in. And usually after the first week or so, the community kind of says, okay, we got to focus on avoid K. Oh, look at all these. A-Dub, are you buying these from me? I'm selling everything I'm trying to sell. Please, new users, please get in the habit. Any modern league environment, they will give the option of use opener lineup. You should get in the habit because it defaults to no. Get in the habit of going yes, and then go to your hitters, and you'll see a little tab here that says opener lineup. Click it. Against the lefties openers, you want to put your righties. Against the righty pitchers, you want to use your lefties. Because there are managers out there that will try and pull a fast one on you and use an opener for an inning. And if they use a lefty opener, you've got your lefty lineup set versus left-handed pitchers. Going to mess you up. So you want to put in your openers properly. And even if they don't put in an opener, it's good just to have that in case someone does. Just make sure you hit submit. This won't work if you're playing in a 1950s or 1980s. It's like real baseball. Once real baseball started to use openers, then the game starts to use openers. How do you get the beta? You pre-ordered? You should get an email, Lone Star. Check your email tied to that account. You'll download the link, and then you will put in the code that is in the email. Yep, it'll be in an email. Okay, that is setting up your team for the entry pool. And from now until Friday, these teams will compete against each other one-on-one. Let's go through the menus. I'm only going to focus on things that are different this year. Of course, the aesthetic look of it, it's different with the fonts and how everything is set up. You can customize that again. You can customize how you want your homepage to look like. If you want to do that, go to Customize Team. You can customize there as well. I'll show you that one next. Takes a little while to load the first time. Again, pre-order at ootpdevelopments.com and start playing the game today. Here you can go and you can pick different historical logos, fictional logos. You can pick your nation. I am Canadian A. You can edit your team name if you decide you want a different name. You can select your ballpark. And if you click on advanced settings, you can go and you can create your uniforms. You can put in your logos. So again, so much that you can do. But I recommend you leave that till later. You want to get other things set up first before you play around with logos and uniforms. Next up, collect missions. In the beta, there are some missions out there. Now, the game gave you 50,000 perfect points. You can go and you can try and finish some missions. Let's see if we have any close to being done. I like to sort by completion percentage. So the athletics, I need 8 more. Search all cards. There's not 8 here. But I could buy Brett Harris. Now, when I complete the Oakland Athletics mission, my prize is all these packs, 20 standard packs and a new ballpark. When I complete Texas, I'm going to get 200 stars and a new ballpark. And when the game comes out on Friday, there'll be all new missions for you to complete with different prizes. So once you have all the cards needed, you would click submit. Right now, there's not a lot on the market, so that's why prices are high. That's why on Friday, you can make a lot of perfect points selling all your cards. If you don't care about missions or about league play as much and you want to focus on tournaments, keep your tournament cards, but sell everything else. New sim is in. Let's take a look at our very first game in OOTP Beta 27. Go Gladiators. All right, sim is in, so let's go and take a look at the score here. See what kind of anomalies we get. Wow, that's pretty good. And I've got this recorded. The Rocky Mountain Gladiators with a 2-hitter against the Winchester team. Very first victory, a complete game by Tom Candiotti. See, I love the thicker bars. It's going to take me a while to get used to these thin bars. Who's with me? You know what's interesting? That it's a complete game. He threw 108 pitches, which I guess the game did not want to take him out yet. It kind of makes sense. Typically in the modern era, you don't see a lot of complete games. So it's kind of curious that I got one here. Set some records here. First win, first home run. So that got me some achievement points. I don't know if it gives it to you in the beta, but it will give it to you on Friday. Anytime you set some achievements. So if I go to Mr. Candiotti, somewhere here, I go to actions. No, I go to history. Yeah. So that game, Tom Candiotti earned me 580 perfect points. I can now go out and buy an iron card. 580. Brilliant. And usually you can see your achievements down here on the bottom left-hand side. So my first win, I got 400 perfect points. First home run, 400 perfect points. That's why it's kind of nice to stay in the entry pool for a full week, because in entry pool, you play more games. And if you're playing more games, you're probably going to have more achievements. And if you have more achievements, you can earn more perfect points. So if you can play a full week in the entry pool, point-wise, it's going to earn you a lot more than if you start up your team on Friday and go to a league on Monday. League, it's a little tougher to earn the achievements because now you're playing tougher competition and you're playing a few less games. Skip, how you doing? Skip on a 5-stream streak, Ryan on a 30-stream streak, Firefly and Skep with the follow. And Jay Silveria, 66, wants to send out a cheer. On to OOTP 27. And it's 64 probable patches. We'll see if we can break the record. I don't know what it is on OOTP 26. They had 85. I'm looking at it right now. 85 builds. And we're already on build 37. You know what's cool? This is build 37. Which player on the Blue Jays history wore number 37? Dave, in honor of build 37, you get to go in the top right-hand corner. Dave Steeb. All right, back onto the tutorial. Sorry for those of you watching these after the fact. I'll edit it and make it a little bit quicker. In the main column, so you got your missions, you got variant boosts. Now, here's a change in the variants as well. No longer do you get all the cards that this player is tied to. I'm not seeing any cards. Now, why am I not seeing any cards? Because there are no cards that I've opened up yet that fit this variant. Now, if I go to the card shop, I'll see if there's, I don't know if they're in the game yet, the little battery cards. Did anyone ever pull a battery? It doesn't look like they're in here. Yeah, none for sale. They're in? Well, if you pulled a battery card, those will be the ones that show up when you want to boost your variant. I really wish I would have one. Can someone give me the name of one of the battery cards? Maybe it's just boost. Let me put boost. Nope. I need a boosting cards. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Yes, pre-order server is up. You should have got an email if you pre-ordered. Open up that link, download the game, and that's what you're seeing right here is the beta. So again, for the variant, it's different this year. It's much, much easier. I cannot show you because I do not have one of the cards yet, but I'm going to go get one now. I'm going to skip over to this menu, go to the Clubhouse shop, and I'm going to buy an artifact pack. Boom. I'm going to open up that pack. And it is a Minnesota Bert Blyleven World Series ring, which is a gold artifact. So it's kind of like the Hall of Fame display, except it's on your own account. You'll see the different sections here. This is new to the game this year. So I go to that, I can click on it to show it. And you're saying, well, what purpose do they serve? Well, the purpose that they serve is when you go and boost a card, depending on your artifact, it boosts the card up to different levels. So if I use this one, I'm going to boost this Dwight Bernard card to level 3. He's already level 1. That's another difference this year is you do not start with base 0 anymore. So when you get a red border, it's already at level 1. Remember how last year it was at 0? So there's one less boost. There's only 5 stars now instead of 6 to move it all the way up to purple. So if I want to use him, I can boost them up using artifacts or using packable cards, which I do not have any of. Unlike last year, where you had regular base cards that would count for so many points. You don't have those anymore. So you don't have one worth 50 points, 60 points, 80 points, 90 points, 300 points. That's going to save you a lot of time and heartache. You're going to look for the booster cards and you're going to look for the artifacts. Let's just use it to show you. Let me boost my other one though. Let me boost Wally Pip, my silver. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's a gold, silver, bronze, diamond. Your artifact will boost that card up by how many ever levels it shows on that artifact. So I'm not going to waste it on an iron. I'm going to use it on a silver. Submit, boost. No longer will the bars go halfway at the bottom. No longer will they go a third of the way. They'll go all the way or nothing. So now he's boosted up. I'm going to go back into my clubhouse. I'm going to buy this Pee Wee Reese perfect card because he's a perfect. He's already at level 3. I'm going to get another variant or another, artifact. It is a perfect. Oh, Jackie's hat. Amazing. Look at this, the hat that he wore in 1947. Wow, or a facsimile, or a duplicate of it. Yeah, substituted. This is amazing, right? It really cuts down on your time needed. So now I go to variant, and I've got Jackie. Jackie's going to boost up any variant I have 4 levels. So I don't want to waste it on Wally Pip. But if this guy was worth it, he would automatically go up to level 5. I would go like this, and look at that. He would be boosted to level 5. No more wasting time looking for cards on the card shop. No more slowly boosting a card. You get it done like that. Yeah, and it does tell you if you go over, I believe, right? If I go on this one here and I put him on, yeah. Tagged items add more levels than the card can boost to. You don't want to waste that. So remove it. So because I do want to boost up Wally Pip, I'm going to go back to the clubhouse shop. I'm going to buy another artifact. Done. It acts like a pack. You got to open it up. And this one's a diamond. Well, it's still too good. Thank you, Alan Trammell. But I don't want to use my diamond on Wally Pip. Give me a gold or lower, please. Clubhouse shop. Get one. Now, I would be a little bit more careful on Friday using my points. Babe Ruth's home run crown. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Perfect. Does it always boost like last year? What do you mean by that, Cub fan Steve? Give me a little bit more information. In terms of improving your player, I believe it does. There's a silver. Okay, I got Paul Molitor's bat. So I'm going to go back over to my variants. Wally Pip. I'm going to use my Paul Molitor. I'm going to boost him 1 level. So if I use any of my other artifacts, I'm going to waste the boost points. I don't want to do that. No, you can't fail, because every card that's going to be available here, every card's going to boost your player at least 1. So some of your battery cards might boost them 1. Some of your battery cards might boost them 2 or 3. I don't know how they're going to be set up. But the only cards that you can use to make a variant go higher are the artifacts and then some of the packables like last year. Not every single card in your collection. Much, much easier to do. So Wally Pip now, he automatically on my team becomes a level 4. You can see how much they boosted him. Looks pretty consistent. And I can go to my purple star at the top and see what it would look like if I boosted him up to level 5. See these little colors at the top, these stars? It shows you what the ratings are at each star. That's the maximum. Ooh, nice Ty Cobb trophy. Yeah, those are cool collectibles too. Do they let you keep looking at them after you use them? I doubt it. Where is that now? Variant Marketplace. Somewhere here, there should be a artifact. Where do I view my artifacts, chat? Home screen. There we go. Thank you. And you go to the gallery. So it does keep them for you. So that's awesome. You don't lose them. Just when you click on them now, it'll show none available and 1 being redeemed. So over the course of time, as you collect more and more variants, you might get into the double digits of how many you have or how many you've used. So extremely cool. I'm glad that they don't remove them from your account. Love it. So right now in the Clubhouse shop, you can buy a card that's partially boosted already. You can get your artifacts. You can get a Justin Verlander. You know what? We're in beta. I'm going to get a Verlander because I want to beat A-Dub in the entry pool. So I bought him for 30 stars. Now I have to go over here and I have to put in my new players. So I'm going to rank by position. I'm going to take out Craig Reynolds. If you're new, when you do take a player off your team, you cannot put them in for another 14 days or 14 games. So you'll notice I took off Craig Reynolds. It has a 14. I can't move him back. If I try, it says cannot be activated for 14 days. So be careful, because once you move them over, you can't move them back. You can in tournaments when you're setting up a tournament, but you can't in league play. Let's also take out Zerpa. Put in Reese. Watch out, entry pool teams. Justin, you're going to be my number 1, which means you get to pitch next game. I always like to put it on always start highest rested. That way it'll skip over players that are still tired. And because I have 5 pitchers, I don't like to have emergency pitcher because I don't think they're ever going to need to start. So I just put emergency starter to a mop-up. Let's re-rank my players. I got 2 minutes before the next sim. Wally Pip is in. Pee Wee Reese is in. Justin is in. And in the Clubhouse shop, I could buy Bo Bichette. So in the Clubhouse shop, you use your stars that you earn from tournaments, and you can use them to usually buy some packs or certain cards. And they update the shop, once a week, once every couple of weeks, these get updated. So that's pretty much it new for the main menu. Everything else is pretty much the same. The Perfect Team universe has stayed the same. Low bronze, high bronze, all the way up to perfect, where you can win a physical trophy that they mail out to you. All the other trophies in the lower leagues are virtual trophies. PT Live, once the first Major League Baseball games start being played, you can go over here and put in your lineup. You have to put in so many pitchers, hitters, all those kind of things. Under the marketplace, let's see what we got under marketplace. Nothing new there. You can look at your transaction history. You can filter out certain transactions. You can look at your last open pack. If you need to take a screenshot, you got a perfect Ty Cobb and you forgot to take a picture of it, you can go back and you can go back several packs to find that card, to screenshot it and put it on Discord and say, look at me. Look what I got, everyone. LEs, there are no LEs in the beta right now, but when the game comes out, every once in a while, they'll put a limited edition card in, maybe 80 copies, 40 copies, 20 copies that are in packs. And once they're all pulled out of packs, that's it. And they are numbered. You get the 1 of 20, the 1 of 50, the 7 of 80. So kind of cool. They have a numbering on it as well. You can also go and buy packs with your perfect points. I'm going to get another 25. See if I can finish some missions. And, ooh, the download is in. All right, Pee Wee Reese to victory. OOTP Eric in the chat. Thank you for that. Yeah, we eventually did find where the artifacts were. So what I'm seeing so far, chat, you can, those of you that have explored it a little bit more, but what I'm noticing is kind of a more polished version of OOTP 26. A lot of quality of life features, a lot of things to kind of speed up your processes throughout the game. Nothing I don't think as groundbreaking as the Clubhouse shop was last year. It looks like a big improvement in the variant boosting. But otherwise, I don't see really anything else in terms of, you know, kind of the main part of the game. Well, I lost 2-1. My Verlander lost as well. I must have to sell him. Also on the right hand, kind of in the middle here, for the new players out there, you have two different options here. You can look at your current roster if you want, and you can, you know, sort by however you want to sort. Or you can look at the card list, latest content drops. I like to keep it on latest content drops. And any cards that are in green means that you own it. And if there's a card you want to buy on the card shop, all you got to do is click it and it'll take you right there. You can put in your buy order, or if there's one for sale, you can buy it. So another nice little quality of life feature here where you can alter which set of menus you want to look at. One other thing, if you do acquire a lot of packs and you don't want to sit around opening pack by pack by pack, you can go into your settings and down here, delay prior to next card, go to none. One at a time, go to continuous. Now when I go open my packs, I can hands-free. Just going to open up all my packs. I don't have to do any kind of clicking. Magic. Now, I think I do have it set that if it has a gold or higher, it will pause. We'll find out. I do not have a gold or higher yet. Oh, okay. So it didn't pause. I could set it to stop if I wanted to. Just another thing, if you want to, you know, open up a ton of packs and walk away for a little bit. I like to open them one by one, a little bit more exciting. Got an extra diamond. We've got a few golds. Remember, on Friday, you will not get this many perfect points to start. So it's much, much tougher. You're not going to have as many cards come Friday unless you buy perfect points, which you can't do in the beta. All right, we're going to get on to tournaments once we open up all these packs. One last thing I want to show you in the tutorial here. Once you start collecting a lot of different cards, you really don't need to keep your duplicates. Early on, those perfect points are worth so much. So once all my packs have opened up, just so I don't forget, I want to change it back to mouse click required and one at a time. You go down to your manage cards area. And in the manage cards area, if you want to just take a look at which cards you have more than one copy, go to other and select only duplicates. I also like to go and make sure none of my tournament roster teams are on this list. None of my variants are on this list. And none of my active cards are on this list. So new players, you might want to screenshot that setup there. That's what I like to have when I'm going to sell my duplicates. Because that way I'm not going to lose any card that I didn't intend to sell. Sometimes you have 3 copies of Dave Steeb, or in my case, 103 copies of Dave Steeb, and one of them is on a roster in my tournaments, and I'm selling my duplicates, and I sell Dave Steeb, and I pick one to sell, and it's the one on the tournament. And I'm like, oh, I got to go reshape my tournament now. So you can avoid that by having the check marks like I have them here. You can also, if you want to mass sell duplicates, you can go and check all the ones you want to sell and then quick sell them. You can also sort by the last 10 price. So here, these cards, I sold the one at 700. I'm going to sell this one for 200. These are my duplicates. I don't need them. I'd rather have the perfect points. This one already sold at 700. Jake. This one has a 500. I'm going to put 555. The amount of perfect points you can make on Friday, if you're willing to sell all your cards, is phenomenal. Chat, are the historicals, are some of them used in missions? Or is it just live cards? Something you found out when setting up your rosters, if you select hide duplicates, you will only get your original card from your tournament roster. Don't have to worry about selling duplicates that the roster's on. Yeah. Looks like it's all live missions. Thank you. So I think if you played OOTP in the past, not a lot of changes from OOTP 26, other than maybe to do with the variants. And of course, the look, the card art and menus and things like that. Now, let's go and take a look at our tournaments. That's where we're going to see some changes. Once you have set up your team, you cannot enter tournaments until you've set up your league team. So you can't say, well, I just want to play tournaments. I don't want to play league. You can't do that. It won't let you. So you go into the tournament bar. And here we do see a few changes. We've got a sub menu here. Daily, weekly, quicks, other. We still have our perfect drafts, our tournaments, standings, and our roster builder, of which I have some on. Yeah, you're supposed to have 33 packs. You get 30 packs plus your loyalty packs. So you probably got 3 diamond packs and 30 standard packs. All right, A-Dub, you want to do a challenge here? Show people what the challenge is all about? So I can go to the challenge tournaments. So we want one that's out of 2. So let's just do this one here. The very first one. Entry fee 111000000. It's a simple best of 7. It's not a quadruple round robin. And so A-Dub has entered now. The winner is going to get 2,000 perfect points. It's all or nothing. So the prize pool is the points that each team puts in. You'll notice A-Dub is there. My team is there. And I'm just going to go with my recommended roster I'm going to go with my league roster rather than going through and dragging all the cards over again. So you can do that. You go up to roster, import league roster. And because this is an open tournament where all cards can play, it just puts my league team in there. Submit. It'll put your league strategy as well. I'm just going to go to a balanced strategy. We don't know what stolen bases are like this year. It could change. Move up my shifts. Move down my bunt and squeeze bunt. Sacrifice a bit. Go with something like that. And so now in less than 5 minutes, it's nice. You don't have to wait 15 minutes. In less than 5 minutes, we're going to have a one-on-one matchup between A-Dub and myself. This is new to the game this year. They brought in challenge mode, which is like head-to-head, which for years and years and years before Perfect Team, when I was still playing the base game, when I was a commissioner of an online league, when I was in other online leagues, I would always say, I hope they bring in a head-to-head mode. Before Perfect Team, I wanted some sort of head-to-head mode in the game. And finally, we have a head-to-head mode or a 4-person mode. Looks like they're giving you 4 quicks, 4 dailies, and 4 entry pools. So if someone out there in chat wants to be part of a 4-person challenge, let's do it. ID 1150000. I'm going to be using these on my streams quite a bit. And I want to use the my league roster again. So 3 other teams, get in there. You got nothing to lose except you're all going to give me 1,000 points. There we go. There's my team. Bring it. And I'm just going to save this to my roster builder for the beta. Export to roster builder. And this is I'm just going to put down league roster. So that way it'll be part of my pull down menus now. So once you have your team set, you want to export it to your roster builder. And now when you go out of the game, go to roster builder on the far right. And there it is right there, league roster. And now when I go to my pull down menu, it's not showing it. I don't know if that's a bug or not. See what happens here. Cannot import. Try it again. League roster. Save. I probably didn't save the roster. Save roster. Click the green buttons. Upload it. There we go. Now when I go to my tournaments and I go to league or roster builder, it should be there. March 10th. Yep, March 10th is there. And now I go and where's my tournament? Here it is. League roster. League roster. I don't have to go into the actual game and upload it every time. Death from above. Do we have 4 people? We got a 2K1, a dub, and myself. And in the 4K1, we got the Gamblers, the Whirlwinds, and Death from Above. Bring it. You know, if I win one of these 2 tournaments, I'm bragging the whole year. I'm going to have a song that celebrates my victory over all you players. Look at Lap, the very first tournament he won. What do we have for perfect drafts? Oh, we can do challenge perfect drafts. Okay, bring it. Who wants to do a perfect? Let's do a 4-person challenge draft. 113-00000. I wonder if we all get the same card pool. That would be, I would love it. In these 2 or 4-person drafts, you should all have the same card pool. Because then you could talk about it later about why you chose certain cards. Otherwise, it's a luck of the randomness. So you have to disable 2-way on all pitchers, 1 at a time? Maybe. Someone mentioned that earlier. Chat, help Lone Star out there. Oh, yeah, we got live cards. I don't like live cards in drafts. No special rules today, guys. I'm just drafting historical cards. I'm not looking at the ratings. I'm just quick drafting here. Historical. And if they don't give me Dave Steve, I'm quitting. Maddie and Richie. Billy and Dave. All right, just look at their individual strategy and exit. Well, thank you, IBDB. So do you have to do that every single time for every card? Look at their individual strategies. Fred Bebe. I love the Fred Bebe. Now we'll look at the pitchers here. Need a catcher. I'm sure during the next build, probably even before Friday, if enough people kind of say, can we have the default the other way? I'm sure it'll be changed. Something that is really, really negative that the community doesn't like usually gets changed in a future patch. Bill, my second catcher. Bill and Bob. Now all I need is a Thornton. Is there a Thornton here? No, you ruined my theme team. Shane Baz and Kyle Harrison. I better get some pictures. Arnold and Max Scherzer re-signed with the Toronto Blue Jays. Yeah. Don't know how much he has left in the tank. Mahomes. A-Dub, do you have any plans to stream? A-Dub's one of our affiliate streamers. And I don't know if he plans on streaming the game before Friday, but if he does, you should go check him out. Adub, post your link so that the new players here, new people can click on it and follow you right away. I want 10% of all your new follower income. Actually, put it towards, you don't have to pay me, put it towards your bingo checking salary. It's SO Adub. There you go. I guess that works too. You could save your time and go SO. I-W. There you go. All right, I'm going to get about 10,000 points here because I'm going to win all 3 tournaments. You guys, thank you for the donations. Oh, look at all my pictures. 1, 2, 3. That's a lot of pictures. So let's look at this two-way thing. See, I don't have pictures on my two-way. What were you referring to? IBDB said go to set game strategy. See, mine are not checked as two-way pictures. Does that mean I have a better version of the game than you guys? How about my hitters? They are not set to two-way. Mine seems to be okay. Oh, tournament doesn't seem to have the same issue? Okay, well, that's good. I don't really care about league play right now. Yeah, I think normally pitchers need to have eligibility. Like Max Scherzer, he can play first base and third base. See, a lot of your live card pitchers will have eligibility. So if I go to Max Scherzer and I want him to be a backup or something, I go, where is it? Use as a two-way. And now Max Scherzer is right here. So if I want to use his bat and get that BABIP, I can put him at first base, DH, or third base. Yeah, I hope they keep the 5-minute timer in the regular version of the game, not just the beta to speed things up. Did I lose already? How come this is not green? Oh, it hasn't started yet or what? Perfect draft. It's full. A-Dub, the War Eagles, Ryan Antoine, and the Gamblers are back. Looks like they allow you to play 4 drafts. How many drafts? It doesn't say, does it? Daily, weekly, entry fee. Well, what's going on here? How come it really cut down my number of drafts? There we go. All perfect drafts. I knew that, A-Dub. I'm checking if you did. You're very sharp today. What else do we got going on here? Do we have anything in dead ball? Did they not? Oh, they kind of have a dead ball one. Kind of 1919, pretty close. Okay, I'm going to enter the dead ball one. Because why not? Well, I think it refreshed when I entered. Withdraw. You can withdraw, folks. If you accidentally enter a tournament, you can click on the tournament and hit the little withdrawal button. I've had to do that many times. Where is 1919? We got to have bragging rights for the first dead ball of the winner of the year. 8 players can join. You get to be the dead ball champ of beta. Now you can check the ballpark. If you forget to do that, we're playing at Wrigley Field, which favors lefties. All right, Wrigley Field, which slightly favors lefties. And really favors lefties in terms of home runs. Do you, Brown Bag? You like the live card? I like the live cards better last year, or in OOTP 26. I don't know. I liked them better last year. I find the font is too small on these ones, and again with the older eyes, a little tougher, strain a little bit more. I mean, these are nice. I like the gold and the diamond on the sides to kind of show you the level. All right, Dead Ball 1919. We'll test to see how many starters you need. Do you need 3? Do you need 4? George Selkirk. They still give you a 20-minute clock, which is nice. Eddie Yost. Pretty good. Avoid K's really high. I's really high. Babbitt's pretty good. So I think we're going to go with Mike. I want the Babbitt players. Good catcher. Now, what's his blocking like for dead ball? 97. Frankie. Willie's Babbitt. I'm just going to go Babbitt. Royce Lewis. We'll go Royce. Orange print on yellow is tough. Bo Bichette usually has pretty good Babbitt, pretty good dead ball. Roger Wolf. Well, Roger Wolf was good last year. Roger with 2 F's. Wolf. That Babbitt's too low. This would be a good power era card. For all you new players out there, if you're looking for a player in the 1990s or modern era, this one is much better for like the 1990s because he's got power, he's got eye, he's got defense. Not so much for dead ball. Dead ball, you want Babbitt, you want gap power. Do they not show us gap power or do they? I'm sure they do. What? Where's my gap power? Well, that's the one thing they're missing. I would love to see that on the hover over. Picture Babbitt is what I want in my pictures. It's pretty good rounded profile. We have a lot of tournaments going at once here. Stay on for a little while longer. Don't know if there's much more to explore. Like I said, not a lot of huge changes, a lot of quality of life changes. I love the new changes to the variant system. Ooh. I mean, it's not a Jesse Chavez profile, but for a bronze, that's he's going to walk. You want a guy to walk a lot. So here's a little bug here. Look at where it says ground ball tendency, fly ball, batted ball, says maul. Doesn't show the full word. Make sure you send your bug reports in. Want a fresh game on Friday. I'm going to go with 8 pitchers just to make sure. But I need someone with Babbitt. There's one with Babbitt. Bailey. And Slade. Most of your perfect drafts on Friday are going to have live cards. The card pool is not big enough to have all historical cards yet. So expect to get to know your live cards for drafts. BABIP. Any player with BABIP. Jacob, you're okay. So what I'm looking for, I'm looking for some second basemen and a couple more pitchers. Daniel Norris. You don't want to use this guy in dead ball. This is a bad card. This is not a good dead ball card. If the game plays out like it did last year. This card, not as bad. Goose. Yeah, this card's pretty good. It's got BABIP and it's got control. So Zach's a pretty good dead ball one. Remember, these cards may not be the same cards you see on Friday. So don't do a lot of stats and writing down and, okay, I got to remember this guy for Friday, because not all of these cards will be there. Some possibly. One more pitcher, huh? There's a second baseman. BABIP and control for dead ball. I do like, well, no, he doesn't have good BABIP. Let's go Eli. Last round, 6, 7 pitchers. Let's go one more pitcher. Winner is the guy with most BABIP, 77, 83. Cal. And the hitter with the most BABIP, 78, 76, 85. 85 it is. Oh, I guess I get 5 cards. Okay. Joey is a Blue Jay. Need a second baseman and a second baseman. So I'm in 4 tournaments. I'm going to win 3 of 4. I only want 3 pitchers, but I am going to put one guy as an emergency starter just in case. So I'm not sure if 1919 will let me get away with 3 pitchers. We'll do that. We'll play a little bit of, let's go a little bit of small ball with a little less running and a little bit more hook. Now, this is not modern era, so there's no opener lineups up here. Again, I like to set mine to all if starter tired. We're good there. And then in the strategy, I like to go and for dead ball, 150 pitches is not out of the ordinary. Fatigue, I'm going to go with 96. Go with 76. Go a little lower for dead ball players. Okay, let's go check some of these game scores. Looks like they might have given you a little bit more room for your tournaments too. All right, the first one. A-Dub and I are in the very first head-to-head. That's pretty cool, A-Dub. We're in the very first head-to-head, and A-Dub has won. Oh, no. I won the very first game. 4-0. Take that, Justin Verlander. So the box scores look pretty much the same. We're going to watch the highlights of game 3 because I want to see how the animations look this year. Dennis Martinez beats Tom Candiotti in game number 2. Cool. 1-1, best of 7. The other one has fired off already as well. Oh, level 5. Look at you, big shot. And I'm up 2-0 on Castanar. The tournament trees look huge. And the Gamblers and the Assassin Squirrels are tied at 1. I told you I'm winning 3 of these 4 tournaments. Game 1 against Castanar, 2-1 victory. Justin Verlander with the win and the loss. Game number 2 was a 3-0 victory. And in the other series, Death from Above wins 3-0. So we haven't seen blowouts yet. 8-6. Roger Wolf gave up a lot of runs. So this is pretty much all the same. Really a difference there. Tournament trees the same. Let's go check out one of the perfect drafts. The dead ball draft still has not had 8 people sign up yet. Gladiators 1-0 over Ryan Antoine. I'm rocking it. 2-0. Yeah, a lot of low scoring games. And in the other matchup, it is A-Dub going up against the Gamblers. A-Dub has a 1-0 lead. Extra innings, 9-6. Good. Hide scores, turns off the clock again. Good. I was hoping they would keep that in, and they have. What is Dead Ball doing with a DH? Yeah. What's going on, devs? All right, let's take a look at the highlights. A-Dub versus Laptop Hound in game number 3, tied up at 1. 2,000 perfect points on the line. This is all the same. That's the same. Let's see what kind of cool things we have going on here. I'll flick on the sound here so you guys can hear some of the in-game sounds. Oops, I forgot to turn the sound on. Let's try it again. A little bit different here. Again, a little bit different in terms of what the box score looks like. I don't know. Oops, the game crashed. My very first crash of the year. That's beta. Have any of you guys had the game crash at all yet? Thanks for hanging out with me on this beta day Tuesday. I won't be streaming tomorrow. I'll be streaming a little bit on Thursday. Again, no Twitch drops tomorrow or Thursday. So don't complain. Where are my drops? Where are my drops? There are no drops for either version of the game. They will not start until Friday at the earliest. And you will need to relink your account to your Twitch team or to your Twitch account. You need to sign into the portal on OOTP and relink everything up. You won't be able to do that until Friday at the earliest. Again, if you're watching this and you've never played the game before, you are missing out on the best simulation baseball game on the market. If you love stats, if you love the community organized events, if you love friendly, easygoing, chill streamers and people, you've come to the right place. Go pre-order the game, save 10%, and get a few extra packs. Let's try this again, A-Dub. I must have really embarrassed you because it crashed on us. It does not want me to humiliate you by showing the highlights. And it did not hide the scores. 5-0. I want to see if A-Dub's paying attention. Now, the names are a little smaller here. I don't know if I'm a big fan of that. I guess it's okay. Let's see what the highlights look like. Because it's too bad they didn't hide the scores, because A-Dub would have been like puffing his chest out. I do like the top part there. In the top left-hand corner. It's kind of a sleeker design. Let me take Dave off for a while. Oops, we did not put the sound on again. All right, there should be some in-game sound. 1-0 for A-Dub. And that one is out of the park. A 2-run shot for Mr. Konerko, 367 feet. So in terms of animations and the actual gameplay, it doesn't seem much different. No signage on the outfield walls. They'll get blocked views once in a while. We're in the bottom of the seventh at 3-0 A-Dub. Here comes a base hit to right field. Puts runners on first and third. So far, I've not seen anything new in terms of animation. Just in terms of the sleekness. Well, that was a glitch. I don't know if you guys saw that. The path of the ball. See if we can see that again. Ball kind of glitches here. Goes forward and then comes back. That had some spin on it, didn't it? Lone Star, how do I, oops. How do I put the yellow trail during gameplay? Where is that? Options. Can I have the yellow trail where it shows it during here, not just the highlights? Let's go to the seventh inning. We got runners on first and third for Ozuna. That was that weird glitch where they got the out at second base. Ellie De La Cruz Diamond live card. He gets a base hit into left field. Makes it 3-1 for the Bees. Yeah, there's definitely a glitch on the ball. It's twice now it's done that. To send in a bug report for that. Nellie Fox, the variant. Puts that into center field. That's going to score a couple runs. Are you guys hearing any game sound at all? I got my speakers turned off, so I can't hear anything. This is a big ballpark. Yeah, the ball just disappears. Stephen Kwan. 4-3 Gladiators. 1 out in the 7th. Runner tags and scores. Welcome in. If you're just joining, we're just looking at the in-game highlights here to see if we see much change from last year. Haven't seen any new animations yet. I don't know if the sound is much different because I don't have my sound turned on. For you guys, it might be on. And that will be it. I think it was a 5-3 final score. Double play coming up. 1, 2. Everything looks exactly the same so far. Go to the 9th inning, 1 out. Juan Soto takes a walk. Chance to tie the game up. He won't. And maybe a little bit of that might be a new animation where the runner runs to second and gets the double play. Don't know if I've seen that one before. Usually they throw it over to the guy covering. Rocky Mountain Gladiators will take out the competition by a 5-3 score. Will we go up 3-1? We do. Oh, A-Dub. Buddy, go take a cold shower. Bottom of the 8th. We're seeing some dead ball scores here. Maybe they did fine-tune the run production and we're not going to get 12-11, 13-7, 21-8 scores anymore. We have not seen any of that evidence yet, which I don't mind. These scores seem to be fairly realistic. One hitter. Gomez gives up. No, who was it? Detmers gives up the only hit. Who was it? I'm calling you out. The catcher. Spoil my no-hitter against A-Dub. So Rocky Mountain is now up 3-1 in their very first head-to-head matchup here. I hope in the when they come out in the game on Friday, like best of 7 are okay. I'd like to see though at least an option for a best of 3. That way, if you're streaming, you can have a few of them, and they're over fairly quick. I'd like to see some best of 3 or even best of 5.